it going, folks? Welcome back to the Fight Scene YouTube channel. Hope you're having a lekker Saturday morning. It is Boca Day, hence why I've got my old school top on today. Playing Italy, should hopefully come away with another win. The Buggers looked good, but not as good as you would have liked against Italy last week. So let's hope they can ramp it up this week. But yeah, we're not here to chat rugby, even though I would love to. New Zealand smacked France this morning. Saw that one coming. Anyways, I'm going to be giving you my final bets for UFC Nashville this weekend because the odds are all finally out. So I think from now on, I'm going to start filming these videos on the Friday when the odds come out because, yeah, if I film them during the week when there aren't odds, it isn't as good because I was looking at some of my bets here and I had Petrino by KO, which is less than 2-1. And then I had Charrier by KO, but on second thought, I'm not sure he's going to finish Nate Landwehr. A couple of the other ones I'm keeping. But some of them, yeah, when the odds release, it's actually pretty shit. So I think I'll start making the betting videos a bit later. But anyways, let's just get straight into it. So I know I said parlays were bad and they're dangerous, but I'm back with one this weekend because, Oaks, the odds are very weird this weekend. There's like huge favorites and then there's like super close pick'em fights. So this is only for about a 3-1 payout on the parlay. But it's Mora over Lauren Murphy. It's Chris Curtis over Max Griffin. It's Vitor Petrino over Austin Lane. It's Morgan Charrier against Nate Landwehr. It's Bonfim over Thompson. It's Davis over Mitch Ramirez. And it's Klein over Melissa Martinez. So it's a 7-fight parlay, which is obviously always quite dangerous. But big favorites, Oaks who should win. 3-1 payout, hopefully should cash. It's always tough with ones like these where it's a 7-fight bet because so easily one fight can go the other way. So that's always a dangerous one. But yeah, then I'm sticking with Walter Walker by submission. It's released at 7.5 right now to 1. So I'm definitely taking that action because while there's a world that that Walter Walker gets finished by Kennedy Nzechukwu, there's a world in which he submits him as well. So, like with all bets, Oaks, it's super close and, you know, it's obviously never guaranteed, but I think it's such a good bet. And for 7.5 odds, I think it's worth it. Then, next one, our cycle parlay. I love me a little cycle parlay. Matty Betts, he actually put out a good cycle parlay, but I've gone for one a little bit different than his. So, Bonfim by submission, Chris Curtis by decision, and Junior Tafa by KO. So, I mean, it's not a bad one in my opinion. 6-1 odds on that, and definitely could happen. All of these are very like low odds. So it's 2-1 for Bonfim by submission, 1.71 Curtis by decision, and 1.78 Tafa by KO. Sorry, 1.78 Chris Curtis by decision. So very close odds. I mean, very low odds, but together they give you a 6-1 cycle parlay, which could very well happen. So let's see what happens. Then, my fourth bet is Derek Lewis by KO. You can never count him out. This fight is going to finish by KO one way or the other, and I'm leaning towards Derek Lewis. There's not much else to say about that. You know, if you know UFC, you know Derek Lewis loves a KO. So it's going one way or the other, and that's 3.75, so also not a bad one. And then my final bet of the night, over-under rounds parlay. 3 fights. Over 1.5 rounds, Calvin Kattar versus Steve Garcia. Over 2.5, Nate Landwehr versus Morgan Charrier. I just think, as explosive as Charrier is, Landwehr is so durable. So if he gets finished, maybe like late 3rd round. But we'll see. Obviously, it's always dangerous, but I think Nate Landwehr is just too durable. And he won't finish Morgan Charrier. And then under 2.5 in the Kennedy Nzechukwu versus Walter Walker fight. That's another dangerous one because you never know with like fights like these, they could go the distance. But it is a heavyweight fight. Both these are finishers. So I think under 2.5 safe there. I think over 2.5 for the Landwehr Charrier fight, probably my most dangerous one, the one I'm most concerned about. But that only gives you 4-1 as well, which is quite crazy. But yeah, those are my 5 final bets for UFC Nashville. So make sure you're following my Instagram and we'll check back during the UFC actually. If they cash, I will be posting. So if you Oaks are awake, if you online, check them out, or check in Sunday morning and you'll see how they went. Hopefully they go well, Oaks. Hopefully they go well. But yeah, as always, thanks so much for watching, and I'll check you in the next one.